I used to think rich people donated everything. That's what poor people tell themselves so they can sleep better at night. But the truth? Some of the wealthiest people in America throw away things worth more than most families make in a year. And people like me learned that before the rest of the world did. Every Tuesday night at exactly 1:40 a.m., a black garbage truck rolled through the back gates of a private neighborhood outside Beverly Hills. No logos, no city workers, private sanitation, the kind only billionaires pay for. And every Tuesday night, hidden behind a dead hedge near the alley, three of us waited in silence like hungry wolves. Me, an old ex-con named Luis, and a woman called Rita who could identify designer handbags faster than airport security. We weren't thieves, at least that's what we told ourselves. We never broke into houses, never touched mailboxes, never crossed fences. We only took what rich people threw away. And sometimes, what they threw away changed lives. The first night I went dumpster hunting, I almost puked from the smell. Rotten lobster, wine-soaked garbage bags, perfume mixed with decay. It smelled like luxury dying in slow motion. Luis laughed at me while digging through black trash bags with thick rubber gloves. "You'll get used to it," he said. I didn't believe him. Then I saw Rita pull out a white leather purse from a torn garbage bag. She froze. Her eyes widened. "Oh my God," she whispered. Luis immediately stopped digging. "What is it?" She slowly wiped the dirt off the metal clasp. Birkin. Even I knew that name. A handbag so expensive people locked them in safes. This one still had the plastic wrapping on the hardware. Rita checked the stitching like a surgeon examining a heart transplant. Her breathing got heavier. "Real," she said. Luis stared at her. "How much?" Rita swallowed hard. "Maybe 30,000. I thought she was joking. $30,000. In the trash, next to rotting sushi and dog waste. That was the moment my brain changed forever. Because poor people look at garbage differently. After that, you stop seeing trash, you start seeing hidden money. I had lost my apartment 3 months earlier. My girlfriend left because I couldn't keep a steady job. My bank account had negative numbers in it. And suddenly I was standing in an alley at 2 a.m. staring at a purse worth more than my entire life savings. That night, Rita sold the bag through a luxury reseller in downtown LA. After fees, she walked away with 22 grand cash. She bought a used Honda the next morning. Luis paid off an old gambling debt. And me, I couldn't sleep for 2 days because I realized rich neighborhoods had their own ecosystem. Private chefs, private gardeners, private trash collectors, and hidden rivers of wasted wealth flowing straight into dumpsters. Soon, I learned the schedule. Tuesday nights were fashion homes. Friday nights were divorce mansions. Those were the best. Angry wives threw away Rolex watches just to hurt their husbands. Rich husbands tossed designer dresses into the trash after ugly breakups. Entire closets disappeared overnight because somebody cheated. Human emotions became treasure maps. We found unopened sneakers worth thousands. Luxury watches missing only one battery. Vintage Chanel jackets. Diamond earrings hidden in tissues. One time, Luis found a cash envelope with $8,000 inside. Nobody ever came looking for it. The rich never noticed what they lost. That's the scary part. Poor people count every dollar. Rich people throw wealth away faster than they can emotionally process it. But the deeper we got into that world, the darker things became. Because trash tells stories. Stories people never meant to share. One rainy night, we found hundreds of shredded family photographs inside 12 garbage bags. Wedding pictures, children's birthdays, Christmas mornings, all destroyed. Rita stared at the photos silently. Then she said something that haunted me for years. Money doesn't stop people from becoming monsters. That same night, Luis found a blood-stained silk shirt wrapped in plastic. No explanation. No label. Just blood. A lot of it, he wanted to call the police. Rita told him to leave it alone. And we did. That's another thing nobody tells you about scavenging rich neighborhoods. Sometimes you find things you should never touch. Things connected to secrets, affairs, drugs, violence, disappearances. The rich don't hide their sins forever. Eventually their garbage exposes them. Then came the mansion on Crest Hill Drive. Everyone in the city knew about that house. A tech billionaire lived there with his younger wife. Massive gates, security cameras everywhere. 3 imported sports cars parked outside like jewelry. And every Thursday, their private garbage truck carried out mountains of black bags. Luis became obsessed with that house. People that rich always throw away gold, he said. Rita disagreed. People that rich also hire security. But Luis wouldn't let it go. One Thursday night, he convinced us to wait behind the alley wall near the property. Rain poured down so hard the streets looked like rivers. At 1:12 a.m., the truck arrived. The workers tossed dozens of bags inside. Then something strange happened. One bag ripped open, and hundreds of photographs spilled across the wet pavement. The garbage workers panicked. One of them immediately started gathering the pictures. But before he could stop me, I saw one image. A young woman tied to a chair. My stomach dropped. Then another photo. Same woman. Bruised face. Crying. The workers quickly shoved the photos back into the trash compactor. Luis looked terrified. Rita grabbed my arm hard enough to hurt. We leave now. But Luis wasn't listening anymore. He was staring at something else near the curb. A silver hard drive, probably tossed out with the ripped bag. He picked it up, and that single decision destroyed everything. The next morning, Luis called me sounding different, breathing fast, whispering, "You need to come over." When I arrived at his motel room, the curtains were closed. The TV volume was blasting loudly, even though nobody was watching it. Luis plugged the hard drive into an old laptop. Folders appeared, thousands of files, videos, photos, documents, and all of them connected to powerful people, politicians, actors, CEOs, private parties, drugs, women, violence, things nobody was supposed to see. Luis looked pale. "We're dead," he whispered. I wanted to leave immediately. Rita wanted us to destroy the drive, but Luis saw money, a lot of money. He believed somebody would pay millions to keep those files hidden. That's when greed entered the room, and greed changes people faster than poverty ever could. For 3 days, Luis disappeared. He stopped answering calls. Then his motel room got cleaned out overnight. Gone. No suitcase, no clothes, no laptop, nothing. The manager claimed Luis left willingly, but Rita knew better. "He got too close," she said quietly. A week later, his body was found near a construction site outside the city. Police called it an overdose. Nobody investigated further. Nobody cared. Poor dead men disappear quietly in America, but Rita and I knew. And after Luis died, everything changed. Cars started following us at night. Unknown numbers kept calling my phone. Once I came home and found my apartment door slightly open. Nothing stolen, just a warning. Rita vanished 2 weeks later, completely disappeared. No social media activity, no calls, no sightings, like the city swallowed her whole. I became paranoid after that. I stopped dumpster hunting, stopped sleeping properly. Every black SUV looked suspicious. Every stranger felt dangerous. Then one night, almost 6 months later, I got a package with no return address. Inside was a single photograph. Rita standing beside a beach somewhere tropical, alive. On the back, written in black marker, "Some trash is worth dying for." That sentence broke my brain, because she was right. People think treasure hunters search oceans for gold, but modern treasure hunters search garbage. And the richest trash on Earth belongs to people desperate to erase evidence of who they really are. Years passed after that. I eventually rebuilt my life. Got a warehouse job, small apartment, quiet existence. No more luxury neighborhoods, no more midnight scavenging. But every time I see a garbage truck in an expensive area, I still wonder what secrets are riding inside. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. The rich don't live like normal people. They consume emotionally, violently, endlessly. And when they want to erase pain, guilt, shame, or mistakes, they throw it all away. Jewelry, memories, evidence, sometimes even people. And somewhere out there tonight, hidden behind alleys in America, there are still desperate people waiting beside luxury dumpsters at 2 a.m., watching silently, hoping the next black garbage bag changes their life forever. Maybe it's a Rolex. Maybe it's $50,000. Maybe it's proof powerful people would kill to keep hidden. Or maybe it's just another reminder that the distance between the rich and the poor is smaller than people think, because in the end, everybody's secrets eventually end up in the trash.